Thank you and good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, from the York City Auditorium. Glad you could join us on 104.9 Max Country and on striv.tv/CRC. The fifth and final game of the boys bracket about to take place. It'll be the East Butler Tigers and the Hampton Hawks. And just an FYI for Hampton and East Butler fans, in girls play over at York College, the game just ended. The Hampton girls knocked off East Butler 44-43. And just a few moments ago, we finished off the Exeter Milligan and Meridian boys game with Exeter Milligan winning that one 42-41. Coming up here in the final game of the evening, it'll be the East Butler Tiger boys, the number 7 seed in this tournament at 7-7 on the year, against the 10th seed Hampton Hawks, 5-10 on the year. The East Butler Tigers averaging 42.2 points per contest. The Hawks actually average a little more, 43.5 points per game. East Butler started the year 2-4 on the year, but they've come on since the holidays and gone 5-3, including winning their last two. Defeated Giltner on the 17th, 44-31, and Dorchester on the 12th, 49-35. They are the 7th seed in this tournament. Hampton, the number 10 seed, started the year 2-5. Since Christmas, they've improved a little bit with a 3-5 pace since then. And again, they're 5-10 on the year. These two teams met back on December the 16th, and East Butler won that one in a close one, 40-38. East Butler was 8-14 last season. The Hawks 5-15, and in regular season last year, it was yet another close one. East Butler beat Hampton last year 58-57. In the Crossroads Conference tournament last year, East Butler lost in the first round to Exeter Milligan 54-39. Hampton also losing in the first round last year to Nebraska Lutheran 59-39. And when you think of the Crossroads Conference, you have to think about Hampton. They have been clearly the most successful boys team in the history of this tournament, and this is the 70th year. Hampton is the 21-time champion. They were also 7-time runner-up, but they haven't won since 2010. They had a pretty good streak, winning 3 in a row and 4 out of 5, going back to 2006. They won it in 2006 and then in 8, 9, and 10, but haven't sniffed the finals since that time. But again, Hampton, 21-time champions of the Crossroads Conference tournament and 7-time runner-up. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with the starting lineups in just a moment. You're listening to CRC Tournament Action on Max Country.
The Cornerstone Bank team is committed to serving you with game-changing solutions for your financial needs. With 47 convenient locations throughout Nebraska, Cornerstone is dedicated to providing the service you deserve. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
See Copsa Odie and Associates for tax planning, consultation, and preparation. Let them help you with account services, financial analysis, or estate and succession planning. That's Copsa Odie and Associates in York.
Tim and Kale Powers, Bill Hoffman and Nate Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales representatives, are proud to sponsor local high school athletes. Call them to talk about the industry's best lineup for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Only top quality USDA choice meat, the freshest produce in town, plus they carry your groceries to your vehicle. Bruning Grocery is your small town supermarket located in downtown Bruning.
This is Byron of the Byron Weimer Agency, located 3 miles south of Utica. We insure homes, auto, farm, livestock, and crops. Give us a call to see what we can do for you.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is the world's largest provider of crop inputs and service, helping growers increase food production in a sustainable manner. Profit from their experience. Nutrien Ag Solutions in Davenport and Edgar.
Mike Meyer back with you from the York City Auditorium in downtown York. Starting lineups are being introduced to the fans here at the Auditorium, and we'll give them to you as well. First for the East Butler Tigers, 7-7 on the year and the 7th seed in this tournament. They are coached by Mark Sidlick. Their starters are Ryan Sullivan, a 6-foot junior, Carson Borgman, a 5'8" senior, Alex Pierce, a 5'10" senior, Caden Stara, a 6-foot junior, and Logan Burish, a 6'1" sophomore. And for the Hampton Hawks, coached by Dalton Miller, they're 5-10 on the year, the number 10 seed in this tournament. It'll be Eli Arndt, a 5'10" junior, Braden Dozie, a 6-foot junior, Grant Ferguson, 5'10" junior, Wyatt Dozie, a 6'2" freshman, and Cash Majerus, a 6'2" sophomore. So a very young lineup for the Hampton Hawks. Hampton in their purple with gold numbers and white trim. The Tigers are in their home whites with maroon numerals and trim. Hampton will be going left to right, and it'll be Wyatt Dozie jumping it up against Ryan Sullivan. And we're about set to go. The officials are ready. We're ready. Players are ready. The ball's in the air, and the tap easily controlled by East Butler. The tap goes back to Carson Borgman, and he'll bring it into the front court from right to left. Over to the right side to Alex Pierce. Pierce up to the top to Caden Stara, and back to the left side to Borgman. Borgman, long cross-court pass to Pierce. Pierce deep in the right corner. Sends it on the right wing to Stara. Stara underneath, and a quick toss to Pierce, and he misses a shot from the right side of the bucket. Hampton on the attack. Eli Arndt gives the ball off to Grant Ferguson. Ferguson on the right wing dishes it off to Braden Dozie. Dozie back to the right side to Grant Ferguson, and he hits the three. Grant Ferguson gets Hampton on the board with a three-pointer. Alex Pierce brings the ball down the floor, gives it to Borgman at the top of the key. They swing it around to the left side to Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan throws it to nobody in particular, and it goes out of bounds. He tried to throw it down the lane. It went right out of bounds. There was nobody there. So a turnover by East Butler as Ferguson brings the ball up the floor. Leaves it off for Braden Dozie. Now to Wyatt Dozie. Back to Grant Ferguson to the left elbow. He kicks it out to the left side to Arndt. Arndt on the right side to Braden Dozie. Out to the left side for Ferguson, and he took a step. He hit the three, but he took a step before he did it. So turnovers even at one apiece. He's got the hot shooting hand tonight so far, but only one of the two count. Borgman, 5'8" senior, flips it to the right to Stara. Stara on the wing, guarded closely by Braden Dozie. Feeds it down low to Sullivan. Sullivan under the basket, no good. But a rebound and a putback attempt by Logan Burish is no good, but he's fouled and will go to the free throw line. As he went up for the shot, he was hit by Wyatt Dozie, the 6'2" freshman. And so Logan Burish, a 6'1" sophomore, will go to the free throw line to try to get his team on the board, and he can't do it with the first foul shot. Burish eyes the bucket, takes the basketball, dribbles it a couple of times, takes a long look at the basket and puts it up, and that one's short also. The rebound goes to Arndt. Arndt up ahead to Ferguson. Ferguson on the right side up high toward the right baseline, passes it to his left to Wyatt Dozie. Dozie down low to Cash Majerus. Ball knocked away, picked up by Ferguson near the timeline. He directs traffic, looks back at his coach, and will set up the offense. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Arndt on the right side with it to the top of the circle. They work it to Cash Majerus, now back to Ferguson. Ferguson with a black headband, left side of the free throw line area, and then feeds Majerus by himself on the right side, and Cash had an easy layup, but he made it a little harder than he needed to. He put it up there just a little too hard, and it bounced up but fell through. Now quickly to the other end of the floor, Alex Pierce goes up for the layup. East Butler answering quickly. It's 5-2 Hampton, 5:37 to go first quarter. Ferguson over to the right side to Dozie. That's Braden Dozie. To Majerus, back to Braden. Braden drives, pushes out left side to Arndt. Arndt back up top to Ferguson. Ferguson moves forward, then goes to his left, dishes it off in the corner to Wyatt Dozie. Up top to Braden. Braden slides to his left, and away from the ball, there's a foul. It's going to go against East Butler. Ryan Sullivan is the guilty party. It's his first personal foul, first team foul. Hawks inbound it. Wyatt Dozie under the basket, goes in the lane, puts it up, and he was fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. As he went up for that shot, he was hit by Sullivan. That's two quick ones on Ryan Sullivan. And Wyatt Dozie goes to the free throw line. He's just a 50% free throw shooter. The 6'2" freshman puts it up, and it's short. Sullivan leaves with those two fouls and is replaced by Zane Miller, a 6'2" junior for East Butler. Dozie gets the ball from the official, puts it up, and that one's no good as well. So each team is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Quickly driving the other way with a little scoop layup is Carson Borgman. He gets the easy layup. And it's a 5-4 contest as the Tigers score quickly after gaining possession. Majerus at the top of the circle. Up high on the left side to Ferguson. Ferguson holding the ball, now dribbles to his right, launches a three, and it's no good. Chased down in the corner. Meridian comes out of there with it, or checked at East Butler. Carson Borgman throws it to the left side to Caden Stara. Stara missed a shot. Ferguson comes out of there with it to Arndt. Arndt on the left wing, up top to Ferguson. Ferguson dribbles to the right side, then down the lane. Gets bumped, goes underneath the basket for Majerus. Couldn't find him. It's loose. Arndt comes up with it. Top of the key, three-pointer for Dozie, and Wyatt couldn't get it to go down. Quickly, the other way goes Alex Pierce for the layup. It is no good, and he's fouled by Wyatt Dozie. That'll be 2 on Wyatt. And that means he'll probably go to the bench, and Isaac Malsbury will come in, a 5'10 senior, at the next opportunity. Meanwhile, Alex Pierce, 5'10 senior, puts the foul shot up, and it's good. Now Malsbury comes in, and Dozie will sit down. 5-5 game now. Meanwhile, Pierce, the 5'10 senior, waits at the line, gets the basketball, and his second shot on the way, good. 6-5. First lead for East Butler's Tigers. Quickly, Ferguson goes to the left side, stopping on the left elbow. Now he lobs it up top to Eli Arndt. Arndt with a bounce pass over to the right side, nearly dropped by Malsbury, who just came in. He pushes it out to Ferguson up high on the left side. Ferguson in the paint, dishes it off, but he took a step before he could do the dishing. And that's 2 turnovers committed by the Hampton Hawks. East Butler on the attack. Carson Borgman into the front court. High on the left side with the basketball. Passes it down in the left corner to Alex Pierce. He does a driving layup, can't get it to drop. And a follow shot, no good by Zane Miller. And then the Hawks come out of there with it. And timeout has been called by the Hampton Hawks. Coach Miller wants to talk things over. We'll keep it right here. It's just a 30-second timeout. 3:25 to go first quarter. 6-5, East Butler has the lead. Our broadcast is brought to you in part by Crossroads Awards, Perennial Public Power District, Grand Central Foods, Stutzman Interiors, Annie Jeffrey Hospital, Edgewater Insurance in Osceola, Fillmore County Hospital, and Midwest Bank in York. We want to thank them for making the broadcast possible here on 104.9 Max Country, and also on strive.tv/CRC as the buzzer sounding for some reason after the ball was inbounded. Meanwhile, Eli Arndt has the ball for the Hawks over in the left corner to Malsbury. Malsbury up top to Braden Dozie. Braden passes it to Ferguson on the right wing. Ferguson dribbles to his left around to the top of the key, up to Malsbury. Malsbury in the paint, dishes it off right side to Ferguson. Ferguson, 15-footer is good. That's 5 points for Grant, and it's 7-6. Hawks regain the lead. East Butler with the ball on the attack now. Alan Wackel, a 5'11 freshman, checked in during that timeout. He has the ball now to Zane Miller. Back to Wackel on the left side, and they go to Carson Borgman up top. He launches a three, and it's no good. Rebound, though, and a follow attempt put up no good by Pierce. And then an offensive foul on that attempt of the rebound by Zane Miller. That's Miller's first, team second, third team foul, rather. And so the Hawks have the ball, and Porter Dozie comes in now, 5'8 freshman. The Hawks will give you a dose of Dozies. They got 3 of them on the team. Ferguson on the right wing. Still dribbling the basketball, goes toward the right elbow, stops at the free throw line, right side pass to Malsbury. Cross court, left side to Porter Dozie. Back up top to Ferguson. Ferguson sliding to his right, passes it that way to Malsbury. Malsbury back near the right elbow, stops his dribble and gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson at the top of the key. 2:05 to go first quarter. To Dozie, now back up top to Malsbury. Malsbury finds an opening, can't quite get to it, so he dishes the ball off to Braden Dozie. Braden along the baseline, throws it clear across into the Tiger bench. That's the third turnover committed by the Hawks. Caden Stara, 6-foot junior, checks back in for East Butler. 7-6 Hawks, 1:52 to go in the first. Carson Borgman has the ball. Swings it high on the left side to Logan Burrish. Burrish feeds it to Pierce near the right elbow. Pierce out to the right to Miller. Miller back to Borgman. Borgman around to the left side, and a shot put up by Logan Burrish, and he hits it from 2-point range. And now on the inbounds play, there was nearly a steal, but Carson Borgman was out of bounds with it before he could knock it off a Hampton player. And now an official's timeout as one of the Hampton players has to retie his left shoe. That's Porter Dozie, and we're ready to go. 8-7, East Butler with the lead. 1:31 to go. First quarter, last game of the day, the fifth and final game in the boys bracket. Ferguson leaves it off for Dozie, and Porter Dozie now has it between the circles. Back to Grant Ferguson. Grant moving to his left, now feeds it to Malsbury, left side. Malsbury to the free throw line, took an extra step. Tried to pass it, did a stutter step, and that's 4 turnovers committed by the Hawks. East Butler just 1 turnover thus far in tonight's contest. Pretty good crowd behind me on the near side, mostly Hampton fans, and just about 12 people on the far side and a few in the balcony to our left. As a quick pass underneath, and a layup is missed by Logan Burrish, and then he commits the foul. He went right under the basket, missed a shot, but then committed the foul on the rebound. We're inside the minute mark, 59.3 to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass to Braden Dozie, to Grant Ferguson. Ferguson hands the ball to Porter Dozie to his right. Now back to Grant Ferguson. Ferguson to the left elbow, bounce pass left side to Malsbury. His three-point shot is no good. Rebound taken by Zane Miller. Miller to Alex Pierce. Pierce dishes it off underneath to Logan Burrish. Reverse layup, no. Too soft. And I'll fight for the rebound. It's a jump ball situation. The arrow points towards Hampton's way. So the Hawks will have it, trailing by 1 with 33.1 seconds to go. Drew Wackel, a 5'10 freshman, enters the game for the first time. Coach Mark Sidlick making some changes, formerly coached at Seward High School. As Ferguson brings the ball down the floor, gives it to Malsbury. Malsbury out to the right side to Porter Dozie, up high. Dozie moves forward, right side of the lane area. Then out to the right to Malsbury. Malsbury up top to Braden Dozie. To the left side to Ferguson in the paint. He almost took a step. Now Porter Dozie for 3. It's way off, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be East Butler basketball. They'll have 9.3 seconds to do something with it. And they lead by 1, 8-7. Inbound toss to Pierce. Coming down the floor across the timeline is Carson Borgman. Out to Logan Burrish all by himself, and he hits right before the buzzer. And after 1 quarter, it's East Butler 10 and Hampton 7. We'll take a break and come back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to CRC Action on 104.9 Max Country.
This is Craig Yurkowski with Ag West Land Brokers. I'm excited to be a part of the Ag West Land Brokers team. With over 25 years being in production agriculture, let me put my experience to work for you.
Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, focuses on helping you select the best products and services for your operation. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
For all your irrigation needs, contact the folks at Fagan Irrigation for the fastest, reliable service. Contact Corbin at Fagan Irrigation today to see what they can do for you.
Get your car or truck repaired right the first time at Lavander's Body Shops in Grand Island, Hastings, St. Paul, North Platte, Kearney, York, Omaha, and their newest location in Seward.
Great people. It's what makes us Nebraska and what makes Pinnacle Bank proud to be a part of your community. Because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC.
Jones Group Insurance and Financial Services of York is a proud supporter for all area sports and athletes. Contact Jones Insurance in York for all your insurance needs.
Well, the Hawks 3 of 7 from the floor, 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. East Butler 4 of 15 field, 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. We're underway. Carson Borgman has it for the Tigers. Off to the right side to Caden Stara. Cross court, he didn't know who he was throwing to, but it's picked up by Alex Pierce. Over to Burrish. Burrish out to the right side to Stara. Stara back to Pierce. Now they send it up high on the right side to Borgman. Borgman cross court to Ryan Sullivan on the left side. Back to the right side, and it's knocked away, nearly stolen by Braden Dozie, but he couldn't keep it from going out of bounds. East Butler with just one turnover in that first quarter. The Hawks with 4. It's 10-7 Tigers here in the early stages of the second period. Ryan Sullivan gives it to Logan Burish at the free throw line. Burish to the right side to Stara. Stara back to Burish. Left side all alone. Ryan Sullivan for 3. Got it. Nice shot from the left corner by Ryan Sullivan. The 6-foot junior gives his team a 13-7 lead. Hampton got a three-pointer to start the game. It's been a 13-4 run since that time. Jack Bullis now playing for the Hawks. He's a 5'7 sophomore. Came in between quarters. They give it to Braden Dozie. Dozie moves to his left, put a fake on Borgman. Now to Porter Dozie underneath. A beautiful pass and a bucket put in by Cash Majerus. Porter Dozie with a great assist, and it's 13-9. East Butler. On the left side, it's Sullivan for the Tigers to Burish. Out of the left corner to Stara. Stara back up top. Over in the right corner now to Borgman. Borgman driving, lays it up underhanded and gets it. Borgman with 4 points on the night, and it's a 15-9 ball game. Eli Arndt with it for the Hawks. Bounces it on the near side to Porter Dozie. Back up top to Jack Bullis. Now over to the right side to Braden Dozie. Braden launches a 3, and it's over everything. And it's taken in near the baseline by Logan Burish. Up ahead to Alex Pierce. Pierce goes in for the running layup. Couldn't get it to go. And a rebound and a follow shot by Burish is no good. So 2 close-range shots, no good. Now a down-court pass for Hampton, just off the fingertips of Porter Dozie, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover number 5. Corbin Stump, 5'11 junior, into the game for the Hawks for the first time. Ryan Sullivan hands the ball to Borgman, and he'll jog across the timeline from right to left. Feeds it to Pierce on the right side. Now down low to Burish. Burish up top to Borgman. Borgman fakes a 3, drives the lane, kicks it out left side. Three-pointer from Sullivan. It's good. It hit the rim, went up in the air, came down, sat on the rim, and fell through. That's 2 threes for him, and it's 18-9. All of a sudden, a 9-point cushion for the Tigers. Bullis with the basketball for the Hawks. On the right side to Braden Dozie. Dozie dribbles slowly to his left. Now breaks into a jog, goes to the free throw line, and drops the ball off behind him to Bullis. Bullis underneath the Stump, who just came into the game. Stump missed the shot. It's taken down by Borgman. Borgman to the top of the key, drops it, gets it control back, goes on to the left wing, hands the ball to his teammate Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan gets it to Alex Pierce out between the circles. They'll set up the offense from there. Hampton in a man-to-man. Pierce kicks it out to the left side to Sullivan for another 3, and that one's off the mark. No good. And on the rebound, there's going to be a foul. And that's going to go against Burish. That's his second personal foul. 5th team foul on East Butler. Tigers lead at 18-9. 4:45 to go in the first half. Hawks with the basketball. Jack Bullis sends it to the left side. It goes to Braden Dozie. Dozie on the left wing to Stump. Back up top to Porter Dozie. Dozie sends it to Braden on the left side. Braden drives, kicks it out to Porter. Porter for 3. Got it. And there's a foul. I believe the foul was away from the shot, though. So the basket is good, and then the foul is on the Hawks. Corbin Stump whistled for that foul. The basket did count by Porter Dozie, so it's now 18-12 with 4:20 to go in the first half. Carson Borgman bringing the ball up the floor, gives it to Zane Miller. On the right side to Alex Pierce, just to the right of the lane. One dribble, sends it up to Borgman. Left side, long range, Caden Stara, no good. Rebound and a tie-up, and it's going to go against the Hawks on that rebound. There were a couple purple jerseys there. Let's see who they decide it's on. It's going to go against Stump. That's his second. Quick inbound pass to Borgman. Borgman to Pierce. Pierce driving left baseline, a fall-away jumper. And I mean fall-away jumper. I mean, he literally fell back to the floor as he shot it. Then after the rebound, there's a whistle and another foul on the Hawks. It's going to go against Braden Dozie, his first, team's fifth. Zane Miller will be at the line for the first time. He has yet to score. He's 0 for 1 from the field. The 6'2 junior fires it up, no good. Tigers 0 for 5 from the charity stripe. Miller's second. Off the fingertips, through the air, and it's no good, but there was also a lane violation. Wouldn't have counted anyway. He stepped on the line. Ryan Sullivan checking back in for Coach Mark Sidlick and the East Butler Tigers from the Dwight Brainerd area, northeast of Seward. Relatively new to the conference. Long three-pointer from Dozie. That's Porter. Missed it. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Hampton Hawks. East Butler with the basketball. On the right side, it's Zane Miller. Up top to Carson Borgman. Borgman lobs it in the left corner to Sullivan. Sullivan, about a 10-foot jumper, is no good. Rebound on the backside falls into the hands of Alex Pierce. His long-range shot, no good. And the rebound to Porter Dozie. Dozie down the center of the floor. Stops top of the key, launches a three, and it spins out, no good. And on the rebound, there's a foul on the Hawks. It's going to be on Corbin Stump, and that's his third. Cash Majerus comes into the game for the Hawks. Meanwhile, East Butler has the basketball. Borgman over to the left side to Sullivan. Sullivan passes it back up top to Alex Pierce. Pierce to the left elbow, bounce pass outside left to Sullivan. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Eli Arndt. Arndt to the timeline, then across. Passes it on the right side to Braden Dozie. His long-range three is no good. And the rebound all the way out, and it's chased down by Alex Pierce in front of the Hampton bench down to the left side. Now Borgman. Borgman wanted to take a shot, couldn't do it. Bullis was all over him. Now they go to Pierce. 2:30 to go in the second quarter. Pierce up high on the right side in front of the Hampton bench. Drives, lays it up, and it's swatted away and blocked by Braden Dozie. And then there was a tie-up on the rebound. Hawks ball. Caden Stara and Drew Wackel come back in for East Butler. And the Hawks now will bring Grant Ferguson back in. And all the musical chairs has been completed, and we're ready to resume play. 2:20 to go. First half, 18-12, East Butler. Ferguson to the top of the circle. Hands it off to Arndt, high on the right side. Back up top to Braden Dozie, now to Grant Ferguson. Ferguson at the top of the key, out to the left side to Porter Dozie. Porter driving with a layup and got it. He was going to his right, made a big curve and laid it up and in off the window, and it's 18-14. 1:53 to go in the second quarter. Alan Wackel has it for East Butler, and a pass deflected away by Braden Dozie. It will still be Tiger basketball. Caden Stara sends it in to Alan Wackel. Wackel, and ball nearly stolen, but it gets to Carson Borgman. Borgman into the right corner to Stara. Stara's short-range jumper is good. That's his first field goal, his first bucket of the game. 20-14, East Butler has the lead. Ferguson off to Porter Dozie, now to Eli Arndt. Back to the right side to Ferguson. Ferguson dribbles around to the left side, goes to Braden Dozie there. Back across to Porter. Porter to the foul line, bounce pass left side to Ferguson. Ferguson out to Arndt. Arndt inside the free throw line area. Can't find anybody. Goes to Braden Dozie just outside of the arc. Now high on the left side to Porter Dozie. Drives in, kicks it out to Ferguson. The ball knocked away, but Ferguson chases it down in the corner where he's being double teamed. And then he throws it right into the hands of Alex Pierce of East Butler. Pierce, a 1-on-3, almost loses control, but flips it back, and Borgman saves it from going out of bounds just down and to our left. Now a kick out pass to an open Alex Pierce for three. No, Pierce is cold tonight. And it's either here or I think it was Pierce that committed a foul. That's his first. Pierce having trouble shooting tonight. Got him 1 for 9. Got him 1 for 9 in shooting. 20-14, 33 seconds to go. Quick kick out pass to the left side to Arndt. Arndt pushes out to Porter Dozie. Dozie's three-pointer is in and out, no good. And a scramble for the rebound, and it's saved inbounds, and Stera gets it for East Butler. Leaves it for Borgman. Carson will dribble it down the floor. High on the left side to Pierce. 13 seconds. They'll go for a last shot, but Eli Arndt decides, hey, I think I'm going to foul you, and does. His first personal foul. 7th team foul. So that'll be a 1-and-1 for Alex Pierce. He may be 1 for 9 from the floor, but he is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. First one on the way, good. East Butler joined the conference in the 2015-16 school year. First, the Hawks' original members. 21-time CRC tournament champions, 7-time runner-up. Second foul shot is good by Pierce. 12.4 seconds to go, 22-14. Ferguson off to the left side to Dozie. That's Porter Dozie. He slips, loses possession of the ball. Alex Pierce makes the steal, and 1.9 puts it up and in. So the Hawks turn it over. Pierce steals it, lays it up, and gets the foul, and has a chance to complete a three-point play with a half a second to go. He made the steal and flew down court and was fouled by Jack Bullis, his first 8th team foul. And Pierce, who's 4 for 4 from the line, fires it up, and it is good. So he's now 5 for 5 from the free throw line, and it's 25-14. There's the inbound pass, and a long full court, almost three-quarter court shot hit the backboard and falls harmlessly to the floor, and that is the end of the first half. East Butler, the number 7 seed, leads it 25-14. They had a nice 6-point spurt at the end of this quarter, a couple of three-point plays, and they have the 11-point lead here at intermission. 25-14. It was close after one quarter, 10-7, but a nice 15-point second quarter for East Butler, holding Hampton to just 7. And East Butler has the lead by 11. East Butler has taken care of the basketball, unofficially 1 turnover. Hampton unofficially with 7 turnovers in the ballgame. They had 4 in the first quarter, 3 more in the second. We'll take a break and come back with some first half numbers for you in a moment. You're listening to Crossroads Conference Basketball Tournament action on Max Country.
Resetting your...
from the floor for 31%. They were 5 of 9 from the free throw line for 55%. They turned the ball over one time unofficially. The Hawks 6 of 15 for 40% and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So the Hawks with just 15 attempts, while East Butler shot the ball 29 times and made 9 of them. And the Hawks with 7 first-half turnovers. Looking at the individual numbers, first for the East Butler Tigers, Ryan Sullivan had 6 points in that first half. Carson Borgman, 4. Alex Pierce leading all scorers with 9. Caden Starrow with 2. Logan Burrish with 4 points. In fouls, Ryan Sullivan has 2 for East Butler. Zane Miller with 1. Alex Pierce 1 personal foul. Logan Burrish is playing with 2 personal fouls. For the Hawks, Grant Ferguson with 5 points. Porter Dozie with 5. And Cash Majerus had the other 4. Nobody made free throws for the Hawks. They were 0 for 2. And in the foul department, Corbin Stump is in trouble with 3 personal fouls. Otherwise, Wyatt Dozie has 2. Braden Dozie 1. Eli Arndt 1 personal foul. And Jack Bullis also with 1 foul in the first half. We want to thank our sponsors. They include Heather Ramsey with the ARC Group of Bruning, Grain and Feed, Alf's Well Drilling, the East Butler Athletic Boosters, Nick's Farm Store, Oliva Insurance, York Medical Clinic, the Fortify Group, Horizontal Boring and Tunneling, and Kreidel Enterprise. We'll take another break, and we'll come back with more in a moment. You're listening to CRC Action on Max Charlie. Back at the York City Auditorium, let's review the bracket. The action today here at the York City Auditorium in boys play. Giltner and Shelby Rising City started it off at 1 o'clock, and Shelby Rising City won it 40-30. They move on to face top seed Osceola Monday afternoon at 4:30. In the second game at 2:30, it was BDS defeating High Plains 53-40, and then at 4 o'clock, McCool Junction beat Dorchester 72-23. So those two winners, BDS and McCool Junction, will square off Tuesday at 4:30 in the afternoon. And in the game just preceding this one, Exeter Milligan staved off Meridian 42-41. They will play third seed Nebraska Lutheran on Tuesday at 7:30 in the evening. In girls action over at York College, it was Dorchester and Nebraska Lutheran tangling in the first game, and it was a 4-point win for Lutheran, 41-37. They go on to face BDS in girls bracket play Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock. BDS is the number 1 seed. In the second girls game, it was Meridian defeating Giltner 53-26. And then in the third game, High Plains beat Exeter Milligan 44-35. So that sets up High Plains and Meridian girls Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the quarterfinals. And in a game just preceding this one as well, Hampton and East Butler's girls played a tight one, Hampton winning it 44-43. The Hawk girls will play number 2 seed Cross County in the quarterfinal action Monday evening at 6 o'clock. So that is your tournament bracket update. Meanwhile, here at the York City Auditorium, it's a 25-14 East Butler lead. They had a 10-7 lead after one quarter, scored 15 more in the second. The Hawks with 7 in the first and 7 in the second. East Butler again 1 turnover. The Hawks with 7 in that first half. East Butler shooting 9 of 29 for 31%. The Hawks 6 of 15 for 40%. Taking a look at the Class D2 ratings. Neither of these two teams are in the ratings, but Parkview Christian out of Lincoln is ranked number 1. Osceola from the CRC is ranked 2nd. Shelton 3rd. Wynot is in the 4th position. Creighton 5th. Mullen sits in the 6th position. At number 7 is Humphrey St. Francis. Potter Dix is 8th. Falls City Sacred Heart is 9th. And Sumner Eddyville Miller, known as SEM, is ranked 10th. And contenders include Nebraska Lutheran at the Crossroads Conference, St. Mary's of O'Neill, Hyannis, Wausau, Stewart, Friend, Santee, and Paxton. We'll take one more break, and we'll come back with the start of the second half in a moment. You're listening to CRC Action on Max Country.
Tim and Kale Palace, Bill Hoffman and Nate Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales representatives, are proud to sponsor local high school athletes. Call them to talk about the industry's best blender for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Your York and Hamilton County crop and farm insurance specialist, Croker & Croker Insurance and Real Estate, is a proud supporter of Husky Athletics.
This is Craig Yurkowski with Ag West Land Brokers. I'm excited to be a part of the Ag West Land Brokers team. With over 25 years being in production agriculture, let me put my experience to work for you.
Farmers and Merchants Bank in downtown Milligan wishes another successful sports season to all area athletes. Good luck from Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Good luck to all area athletes and teams from Premium Ag. Let Premium Ag Sales in Davenport help you with all your channel seed needs. See the channel difference at Premium Ag.
Scandinavian Mutual Insurance Company has been serving the listening area with economical rates and are reinsured to give you confident coverage for any major losses. Call Scandinavian Mutual Insurance Company today.
Our broadcast on Max Country and on strive.tv/CRC, brought to you in part by Weaver Pharmacy. Advanced Services in York, Midwest Bank in York, Fillmore County Hospital, Edgewater Insurance in Osceola, Annie Jeffrey Hospital, and Stutzman Interiors. Teams are back out on the floor. It'll be Hampton basketball inbounding it right down in front of us at midcourt, going right to left here in the second half. Hampton waiting for the clock to hit 0, which it does. Now they'll reset it, and we'll be underway. East Butler enjoying a 25-14 advantage here as we start quarter number 3, and it's underway as Braden Dozie sends it into Grant Ferguson. Ferguson up high on the right side to Braden Dozie over on the far right side. Now back to Cash Majerus up top and to Ferguson top of the key. Ferguson backs up, looks at his coach for just a moment. Still backing up, looking at his coach. Just dribbling around between the circles now, slides down the left side, leaves the ball off for Arndt on the left wing. Bounce pass right side, but it was too weak. It was partially deflected. It was stolen by Alex Pierce. Pierce goes up for the layup, and he's called for an offensive foul. A little bit of a surprise call there as Pierce whistled for his second personal foul. First foul of the half. And the Hawks get the ball right back. Braden Dozie puts it into Grant Ferguson. Ferguson across the timeline. Backs up, gives it to Braden Dozie in front of the Hawk bench. Bounce pass top of the key to Majerus. Majerus, one dribble and goes to Braden Dozie on the right side. He almost took an extra step. Back to Grant Ferguson between the circles. Ferguson to the free throw line, pulls up from 15. It's a little bit short, no good. Rebound, Caden Stera. Stera to Pierce. Pierce flips it back to his teammate Burish behind him, and then throws it back to Caden Stera, who had to chase it down at the top of the circle. Into the left corner for Ryan Sullivan. He launches a three. It's no good. Rebound on the backside to Pierce. Pierce along the baseline. Spin move off the glass. No good. But he's fouled by Eli Arndt. That's Eli's second personal foul. First team foul of the half committed by the Hawks. And that'll send Pierce to the line. And he's the one you don't want at the line. He's 5 for 5. Hit a couple big ones right at the end of the first half. And he hits this one here. Pierce with 10 points now. 6 of them from the charity stripe. 5'10 senior sends the ball on its way through the air and through the hoop. Now 7 of 7 from the foul line, and it's 27-14. 13-point lead. Ferguson drives in and banks one in off the window. 7 points for Ferguson, and it's 27-16. 6:36 to go, third quarter. Carson Borgman off to the left side, a three-pointer from Pierce, no good. Rebound taken down by Ferguson. Ferguson on the right elbow. Stops, backs up to direct traffic, moves forward, gets around Pierce, kicks it out to Braden Dozie. Dozie near the free throw line and to Arndt. The ball deflected and knocked out of bounds. by Alex Pierce. He knocked Arndt down, helps him back up. 27-16. Inbound pass goes to Grant Ferguson. Ferguson glances at his coach really quickly, goes to the right elbow, now slides to his left. Dribbling onto the left wing behind the three-point arc, puts one up from there, and it glances off the front of the iron and is picked up off the floor by Ryan Sullivan of East Butler. Sullivan jogging across the timeline, gets to the top of the circle and goes inside to Alex Pierce. Pierce puts a shot up, no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot a couple. Foul goes against Cash Majerus. That's his first, second team foul. Pierce at the line where he's 7 for 7. Shot on the way, and it was no good. We gave him the kiss of death, apparently. Now 7 of 8 from the stripe. The 5'10 senior sends it up, and that one's perfect again. So he's 8 of 9 from the line. Has 12 points total, and it's 28-16. His team is up by 12. Ferguson out to Arndt on the right side. Arndt cross court to the near side to Wyatt Dozie. Wyatt pushes it out to Ferguson. Ferguson dribbling across the free throw circle area. Now back to the right side of Dozie. Dozie puts it up and rattles in and out, no good. Rebound though to Majerus. Majerus with the putback, no, but he's fouled. He was hit by Carson Borgman. That'll be Borgman's first. Second team foul. Cash Majerus at the line. Majerus puts the first one up and misses it. Majerus just a 29% free throw shooter, averaging 7.3 points a game. Second one is also no good. He's got 4 in the game, but misses a pair of free throws, and it's 28-16. Over to the right side, it's Carson Borgman. Borgman to the foul line, lobs it underneath to Burish. Burish passes it to his teammate Alex Pierce, who lays it up and in. Pierce with 14 now to lead all scorers, and it's 29-16. Ferguson out to the left side to Wyatt Dozie. Dozie in the paint, kick out pass to Arndt. Arndt launches a triple. No good. High for the rebound, Ryan Sullivan of East Butler. Tigers on the prowl. Across the timeline goes Sullivan. Sullivan leaves the ball to Carson Borgman right behind him, and now Alex Pierce takes it from right between the circles. Onto the right wing to Borgman. Borgman slides to his left on the dribble and then goes to Pierce. Pierce with a long-range bomb off the back iron, no good. Rebound by Wyatt Dozie. Check it, Braden Dozie. Gets a little confusing. There's so many of them out there. To Ferguson on the right side. Ferguson bounces it underneath to Majerus. Short-range shot, too short. Gets his own rebound, goes up strong and misses that one too, but he's fouled by Ryan Sullivan. So Majerus missed a couple of close ones, but draws the foul and will go to the line where he missed 2 moments ago. That is the third team foul. And the third personal foul on the free throw is good. The Tigers bring Zane Miller into the contest. He's a 6'2 junior. Majerus awaits the ball from the official, gets it, puts it up, and missed it. So he's 1 for 4, but the rebound goes to the Hawks. Braden Dozie got it. Now kicks it out to the right side, and Dozie puts it in the three-point range, in and out, no good. That one looked good. It did everything but go through. Now a long down-court pass. Pierce couldn't hang on to it. And by my unofficial tally, that is the second turnover of the game for the East Butler Tigers. Porter Dozie checks in now for the Hawks. Hampton with 8 turnovers, East Butler unofficially with just 2. That is called taking care of the basketball. Porter Dozie brings the ball down the court, gets it into the front court to the free throw line, fakes the pass, and then does give it off to Braden Dozie, and Dozie's short-range shot no good. Rebound Pierce. Pierce flies across the timeline, veers to his left, tosses the ball off to Borgman. Borgman, left elbow, inside the paint, puts it up and in. Nice running jumper by Carson Borgman. He's got 6 in the game, and it's 32-16. East Butler has doubled up on the Hampton Hawks here this evening. Braden Dozie to Ferguson. Ferguson to Porter Dozie. Now to Arndt. Eli bounces it to Wyatt Dozy. Wyatt drives in, and he's fouled as he went up for the shot. He was hit by, I believe it was Ryan Sullivan. And that'll be Sullivan's fourth by my tally. That is the case. And Wyatt Dozy steps to the line. He's a 50% free throw shooter and misses this one. He's 0 for 3 from the line tonight. The Tigers bring Alan Wackel back in. Wyatt Dozy has yet to score tonight. 6'2" freshman. Next one's on the way, and that one is short as well. So he's now 0 for 4 from the stripe. It's 32-16. We're down to 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Onto the left side to Wackel. Wackel to Borgman, high on the left. Borgman down toward the baseline, pulls up from about 12 feet away and hits it. Borgman with 8 points now, and it's 34-16. Comfortable lead for the Tigers. These two teams played on the 16th of December, and it was a 2-point game, 40-38 in favor of East Butler. Now the Hawks turn it over again. Borgman comes out of there with the ball, puts a move on Ferguson, then he loses it, then tries to get it back, and then he loses it again, and the Hawks had it just in long enough to call timeout. So that's the third Meridian turnover, or Meridian. That was the last game. I've got Meridian on the brain for some reason. East Butler, and timeout called by Hampton. They trail 34-16. We'll take a break, too, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Max Country.
Brown's Grocery Store in Sutton is your local community connection for high-quality foods, great prices, and superior friendly service. Working hard each and every day to earn your business.
Bruning Grain and Feed, your full-service elevator, serving your grain and fertilizer needs. Also, custom blending your livestock feeds. Bruning Grain and Feed, where great service and quality are number one.
Funk Medical believes that home medical equipment should enhance your quality of life, not add headaches to a tough situation. Check them out at funkmedical.com. Funk Medical says good luck to all area athletes.
See Kreidel Enterprises, your participating independent American Standard Air dealer. Call 362-2500 today. Kreidel Enterprises, a name you can trust.
Norder Supply of Bruning, Shickley, and Hebron. For your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, call Norder Supply. Serving agriculture for over 35 years.
10 seconds. If you're looking for a rotor, a windshield wiper motor, yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest.
At Tri-County Automotive, your CarQuest dealer in Henderson, they're always happy to provide you with the highest quality parts.
Back to play at the York City Auditorium. 2:49 to go third quarter. 34-16. East Butler leading over the Hampton Hawks. As Porter Dozy sends the ball in to Grant Ferguson as we resume play following the timeout. Ferguson stops his dribble, goes high on the right side. Now over to Isaac Malsbury, who checked in during that timeout. He feeds it up top to Ferguson. Ferguson to the top of the circle, sliding to his left. Hands the ball to Dozy. Dozy moves to the top of the key, goes down the right side of the lane, goes for a layup. No good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Oh, no, it was offensive. I missed something there. Apparently he traveled with the basketball. Did not see the official's indication, thought it was a foul. So Meridian gets the basketball back. 10 turnovers now by the Hawks. Long Borgman into the paint. Goes up for a shot. There's a foul prior to the shot. Called on Hampton. It's on Grant Ferguson. That's his first. Third team foul of the half. Stara inbounds it along the baseline to the left side of the bucket. Gets it to Pierce. Pierce in the paint. Hands it off to Zane Miller, who came in during the timeout. He misses a layup, and Braden Dozy gets the rebound, and then he is fouled immediately by Alan Wackel, I believe. It's Stara, his first. 15 foul committed by the East Butler Tigers. Inbound toss goes to Ferguson along the near sideline right down in front of us. Crosses the division line, goes to the top of the key. Stops, sends it out to the right side. Ooh, almost a travel it looked like by Braden Dozy, and then he throws it away. Out of bounds. Turnover number 11. Logan Burrish comes back in for the Tigers. The winner of this one will play Monday evening at 7:30 against number 2 seed Cross County. They're the defending champions. They've won 2 of the last 3 titles here in the tournament. Pierce kicks it out to Carson Borgman. Borgman Brings it back out between the circles. Now to Pierce, way up high. Over to the left side to Miller. Miller back up to Pierce. Pierce into the paint to Miller. Miller under the bucket. Fakes a shot, goes up for reverse, can't get it to go. Rebounds and a follow attempt put up by Burish, no good. Loose on the floor, it's kicked out to Borgman. Borgman has a defender in his face, so he can't get a shot off. Now Pierce puts a running jumper and hits it off the glass. 16 points for young Mr. Pierce tonight, and it's 36-16. East Butler running away with this one at 1:06 mark of the third quarter. Hampton sends it to the top of the circle. Isaac Malsbury couldn't get the shot. Goes to Braden Dozie in the right corner, moving to his left. Then to the foul line to Braden Dozie, or Wyatt rather, and Wyatt puts up a shot, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Logan Burish. Off to Carson Borgman. Borgman, one-hand pass, and he telegraphed it and was nearly picked off by Braden Dozie, but he couldn't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. Eli Arndt and Cash Majerus come back in for the Hawks. Caden Stara comes in for East Butler. And all the subbing is done. The officials are ready to resume action. And the lob toss goes into Carson Borgman down in front of us. Borgman onto the left wing to Stara. Stara passes it to the left of the lane to Zane Miller. Miller took a step. 3 turnovers here in the third quarter for East Butler. They only had 1 in the first half. They have a comfortable lead, 36-16, with 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ferguson with it, finds an opening, goes into the lane. The opening closes, so he flips the ball out to Braden Dozie. Now up top to Porter. Porter Dozie has the ball stripped away, stolen away by Carson Borgman. He lays it up from the right side, no good. Majerus with the rebound. Majerus, quick pass to Braden Dozie. Dozie goes in for the layup, and it's too strong, no good. Rebound, Pierce, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Pierce goes in for a layup. It's no good, but he is fouled with 0.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Foul goes against Grant Ferguson, his second. Team's fourth, and back to the line is Pierce, who's 8 for 9. Make it 9 out of 10 as he hits another one. And a substitution, Drew Wackel, 5'10 freshman, comes in for the final 0.6 of a second. 17 points unofficially for Pierce. Going for 18 here. Shots in the air, and it's short. So 8 for 10, and the long down court throw is short, and that ends the third quarter of action. East Butler leads comfortably 37-16 over Hampton. We'll take a break, come back with the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to CRC Tournament Action on Max Country.
For all your irrigation needs, contact the folks at Fagan Irrigation for the fastest, reliable service. Contact Corbin at Fagan Irrigation today to see what they can do for you.
Tim and Kale Powers, Bill Hoffman and Nate Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales representatives, are proud to sponsor local high school athletes. Call them to talk about the industry's best lineup for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, focuses on helping you select the best products and services for your operation. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
The Cornerstone Bank team is committed to serving you with game-changing solutions for your financial needs. With 47 convenient locations throughout Nebraska, Cornerstone is dedicated to providing the service you deserve. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Feel limitless exploring any trail. This is how it feels to ride on a Prowler Pro, only from Arctic Cat. Get yours today at Sutton Irrigation and Repair.
This is Craig Yurkowski with Ag West Land Broker. I'm excited to be a part of the Ag West Land Brokers team. With over 25 years being in production agriculture, let me put my experience to work for you.
37-16, East Butler. They had 12 points in that third period. The Hawks could only muster 2 points in that period. East Butler has it as we start the fourth. Caden Stara puts it in play to Carson Borgman, who brings it across the timeline. Goes to the right side to Stara. Stara has it knocked away and stripped by Ferguson. Ferguson with the basketball. Behind the back dribble. Drops it off for Porter Dozie, who launches a three. No, it's off the front of the iron and it goes out of bounds. It'll be East Butler basketball. The winner will face Cross County Monday evening in quarterfinal play. 7:30. Cross County, the number 2 seed, and the defending champion of the boys bracket. They've won 2 of the last 3 boys CRC tournaments. Alex Pierce with the ball, has it briefly knocked away, gets back across the timeline, working against Ferguson. Hampton playing pretty scrappy here. They're well down. Ryan Sullivan has it. Over into the left corner, ball knocked away. Almost went out of bounds, but Stara picks it back up, goes to Sullivan. Onto the right wing to Pierce. Pierce pumps, goes up for a shot, no good. He's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 more. 7:12 to go in the basketball game. Jack Bolus guilty of the foul, his second. Team's 5th. And Pierce at the line, where he's 9 for 11. Shot on the way, and that one is short. So 9 for 12 now. He's had a good night from the stripe. Next one on the way. That one's good. 38-16. Hawks with just 2 points here in the second half. Arndt from 3-point range is too short. Pierce gets the rebound. Pierce is everywhere tonight. Brings it across the timeline along the near sideline. Now moves to his left. Pierce, a 5'10 senior, goes out between the circles, guarded by Arndt. Lobs it to the foul line area to Logan Burrish. Burrish turns around and puts it in. 6 points for Logan, and it's 40-16. This one has gotten away from the Hawks, but there's no quitting in them. They're still playing hard. Just can't get the results. The ball dished off to Bullis, and then goes to Ferguson. Ferguson to Arndt at the top of the circle. Arndt gives it to Bullis. Bullis drives into the lane, pushes it back out to Porter Dozie. His long shot, short, no good. Rebound, Ferguson tried to save it to Braden Dozie, couldn't quite do it. And the Hawks lose possession. Zane Miller comes back in for East Butler. Miller, a 6'2 junior. 6:19 to go in the game. East Butler trying to raise their record to 8-7. These two teams played a 2-point game back on December the 16th. 40-38 is a shot by Borgman, no good. Rebound though, put up and in by Burrish. Or correction, Zane Miller. Miller's first points of the game. The Hawks in the paint kick it out to Arndt. Arndt on the left side to Braden Dozie. Has the ball tapped away, gets it right back. Now to Arndt. Up top to Ferguson for 3. Got it. Grant Ferguson with his second 3. Has 10 in the game. And it's 42-19. Still comfortable lead for East Butler. On the left side, it's Carson Borgman for the Tigers. Borgman sends it back up top to Caden Stara. Stara to the right side to Pierce. Pierce with the layup, got it. Alex Pierce having a great night. And a timeout has been called. The PA man just said that Pierce just made his 1,000th career point. So congratulations to that young man. He's had a great night. He's made 10 out of 13 free throws and 10 points from the field, so 20 points unofficially, and has reached 1,000 points for his career. 44-19. Tigers have it well in hand. It was close early, 10-7 after 1. 25-14 at halftime. 37-16 after 3, and now 44-19 with 5:23 remaining in the contest. Ball is inbounded to Grant Ferguson. Grant goes to the top of the circle. Off to the left side to Porter Dozie. Now to Bullis. Bullis drives, kicks it out to Ferguson. Ferguson fires up a 3. It's too strong, no good. Rebound goes to Burrish. Burrish to Borgman. Borgman jogs across the timeline. Leaves the ball for Alan Owako, who checked in during that timeout. Now a pass to Burrish, and he missed the shot. And a follow attempt, though, put up and in by Zane Miller. So Miller's got 4. There's Grant Ferguson for Hampton again. Gives it to Bullis. Bullis up top to Braden Dozie. Dozie swings it to the right side. to Ferguson. Ferguson near the right elbow. Out to Bullis. Now up top to Porter Dozie. And Dozie's three-point attempt is no good. Rebound Miller. Miller outlet to Borgman. Borgman breaks into a jog near midcourt. Closely guarded by Jack Bullis. Now he goes underneath, and the pass was to Miller and then back out to the right side. Now they feed it to Alan Wackel, and he makes a drive to the hoop and gets his first basket of the day. And it's 48-19. The Hawks offense just struggling tonight. Can't get the shots to drop. Porter Dozie again, and another miss. Rebound goes to Alan Wackel. Allen goes in, misses the layup, but right there to put it back is Burish. 8 points now for Burish, and it's 50-19. We're going to see some substitutes more than likely as Bullis goes up and lays it in for the Hawks, his first basket of the game. Borgman now jogging down the floor. 3:35 to go. Coach Sidlick getting ready to put in some subs. And now a long-range shot from Pierce, and he hits the three. Alex Pierce with his first three-pointer. That might be it for him for the night. Unofficially, 23 points. And a timeout has been called. It's a 30-second timeout. Again, we're looking to see some subs for the last 3:26. That three-pointer makes it a 53-21. And there's now 3:26 remaining. The Tigers bring in Sullivan. Drew Wackel. They also bring in Elliot Boats. And let's see if the Hawks have made any changes. Looks like Dozie. They had two Dozies out there. One goes back to the bench. And they now have 5. They had 6 on the floor there. Can't do that. Grant Ferguson with the basketball. 3:24 to go. Off to the right side to Arndt. Up top comes to Braden Dozie. Back to Eli Arndt. To Majerus up high. And out of Ferguson between the circles. Ferguson launches a three and hits it. Grant Ferguson with his third three-pointer of the day. And the inbound pass stolen and laid up by Ferguson. He's got it. Grant Ferguson gets the layup after the steal. Now flying down the far side of the court. Getting it up ahead to Drew Wackel for the layup, and he's got it. Drew Wackel, a 5'10 freshman, scores, making it 55-26. East Butler, they will play Cross County Monday evening at 7:30. And now Ferguson with another three, no good. And nobody chases after the rebound. It almost went out of bounds, but it's saved by Ryan Sullivan of East Butler. The ball was just in the middle of a bunch of players. Nobody went after it. East Butler with the ball. Alan Wackel has it, goes around, carried it on his hip a little bit, then puts a shot up. It's batted around. Braden Dozie gets the rebound down to Porter Dozie, and he missed the layup. And then a follow attempt put up by Majerus, no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line. Wyatt Dozie getting set to check back in for the Hawks. Meanwhile, Majerus is at the line. Again, he's a 50% free throw shooter. Shot on the way, and it's no good. Cash is 4 for 5 from the line. Wyatt Dozie comes in. East Butler brings Alan Wackel back in. Foul shot by Majerus is up, and that one is no good. Just a tough night at the stripe for Cash. East Butler now has Jacob Pekarik in the game, and from the right side, a three-pointer put up by Elliot Boats. He misses it. Wyatt Dozie has it. 1:57 remaining. Quick one-handed pass to Majerus. No good. He's fouled. He'll go to the line where he's struggled tonight. He's 5 for 6 from the stripe. The foul was on Drew Wackel, his second. Majerus will be shooting 2, and that one's way short. Just an air ball. Josh Vanderslice, a 5'9 senior, gets into the action for East Butler. Majerus' next free throw is up, and that one is no good. He has just struggled from the line. You just feel sorry for the kid. A rebound comes out. Majerus gets it, feeds it to Ferguson. Ferguson, a one-handed pass to Dozy, Braden Dozy, and he gets his first field goal of the game. East Butler trying to inbound it. They get it in to Boats. Boats flips it up ahead to Pekarik. Jacob Pekarik, a 5'10 freshman, off to the left side now to Kendall Benish, who's in there, and a foul against the Hawks. Eli Arndt. Check that, it's Braden Dozy. That's his second. Ball will be inbounded by Vanderslice. Jace Klabenis comes in, and Austin Biltoft also in for East Butler. And the lob pass goes into Pekarik, back into the corner to Vanderslice. A long, high pass to the near side to Kendall Benish. Moves to his right, nearly traveled, but got away with it, and it's lost. They threw it to Pekarik down in the right corner. He couldn't hang on to it, and it went out of bounds. Hampton ball, 1:10 to go. 55-28. The Hawks with a nice fourth quarter, but too little too late. Ferguson across the timeline onto the right wing to Wyatt Dozy, now to Braden. Back to Ferguson for three, and it's an air ball. Majerus tried to save it, couldn't do it. The Hawks lose it. East Butler will have it. And another change for East Butler. Elliot Boats comes back in. He'll inbound it. And he finds Jace Klabenis. Klabenis is going to go down for a layup. He puts it up, no good. And he's fouled by Eli Arndt. That'll be 3 on Arndt. And Jace Klabenis, a 5'9 freshman, will go to the line for East Butler. 55-28 East Butler as Klabenis banks it in. So he's got one. 5'9 freshman will have another. Dribbles the ball a couple of times quickly, fires up the next one, and it's perfect. So 2 points for Jace Klabenis. Arndt along the near sideline for the Hawks. Gets onto the wing, bounce pass down low to Majerus. He turns, puts it up. It's good, and he's fouled. So Majerus gets the field goal, and now we'll step to the line. Foul is on Biltoft. Majerus at the line where he's 7 for 8, and he makes this one. So we have 3-point play. The inbounds toss goes to Kendall Benish. Benish in the backcourt brings it along the near sideline. 41 seconds to go. Into the right corner to Boats. Boats along the baseline. Goes and does a reverse layup. No good. Wyatt Dozy gets the rebound. Dozy down the floor, across the timeline into the front court. Down the lane. Dishes it off to Majerus, who puts it up and in. Now quickly down the floor goes Benish again along the near sideline. 18 seconds to go. Benish loses it, gets it back, goes up for the shot, misses it, and Dozy gets the rebound with 10 seconds. Dozy across the timeline, goes up top to Braden Dozy, now to left side to Ferguson. Ferguson puts on a move, goes to Braden Dozy. 2 seconds. Dozy shot is up, no good. There's the buzzer, and there's your ball game. East Butler, with a strong showing, especially in the second half, goes on to win it 57-33. East Butler with 20 points in that final period. 18 points for the Hawks, or 17 points rather for the Hawks, but not enough. The Hawks fall to 5-11 on the season. East Butler goes to 8-7, and East Butler will play Cross County Monday night at 7:30 in quarterfinal action against second seed Cross County. So they will have their hands full with that one. But here tonight, they controlled the game pretty much from start to finish and win it 57-33. We'll take a break and we'll come back with some final scoring totals for you in just a moment. You're listening to Crossroads Conference Tournament action on Max Country.
Get your car or truck repaired right the first time at Lavander's Body Shops in Grand Island, Hastings, St. Paul, North.
City Auditorium. The East Butler Tigers posing under the basket down to my right. Alex Pierce holding a basketball and a sign that says, "Congrats, 1,000 points made." Alex Pierce, number 10. So a nice moment for that young man. He had a good game high, 22 points. So a nice finish for the East Butler squad tonight, and something to celebrate as Alex Pierce hits his 1,000th point of his career, and does it in a tournament victory here at the York City Auditorium in a big win over Hampton, 57-33. East Butler had 10 in the first, 15 in the second, 12 in the third, 20 in the fourth quarter. The Hawks scoring 7 in the first, 7 in the second, just 2 in the third quarter, and then 17 in the final period. Looking at individual scoring totals for the game, Ryan Sullivan finished with 6 for East Butler. Carson Borgman had 8. Zane Miller, 4. Pierce, as we mentioned, with 22. Caden Starr with 2. Alan Wackel, 2. Logan Burrish with 8 points. Drew Wackel with 2. And Jace Klabanish with 2 points. For the Hampton Hawks, Jack Bullis had 2 points. Braden Dozy, 2. Grant Ferguson, 15. Porter Dozy, 5, and Cash Majerus with 9. Well, we've had 5 games today in the boys division, 5 more in the girls. Don't know about the final girls game. Osceola and Shelby Rising City probably still playing. At any rate, we've got another fun-filled day of action starting at 3 o'clock on Monday with BDS and Nebraska Lutheran girls. So don't forget, you can hear every game of this tournament either here on Max Country or on Cool Radio. So that's going to wrap it up. Again, the final score in this last game, East Butler 57, Hampton 33. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend. Travel safely, and good night, everybody.
Central Valley Ag.